Would you tell us a little bit about what you did as a career after you came back?
It had nothing to do with the military.
Right.
But I went to school in Hiawassee College, and that was a great experience coming out of the war. 4 years I'd never studied any of the school, reading, writing, arithmetic. We didn't have that till I got to Hiawassee. And there were several veterans going in there at the same time I was on the GI Bill. And Miss Warwick was in a WAF in World War II. She was a lady soldier.
Yeah.
And she taught us a lot about World War II. And she said that you people here are the future of the country, and you're to be proud veterans. So you're a representative of your country.
So when you finished Hiawassee, then you went into what?
I went into the sales force in the animal division. I was an animal health specialist, and my job was to work with the local co-op outlet stores and to hold meetings and to teach what I knew about the medicine. We had two professors from American Cyanamid Company that worked with us, and they would help us hold meetings and promote medicine in cattle. At that time, there was not much medicine that went straight to the farm. The farmers would rely on the veterinarians for their medicine, and it was very expensive. And so we had to teach them how to give inoculations and dewormers and an animal health preventative program for animals. So we would give them shots, or they would. Most of the people that we had in the classes, we would bring the farmers in and give them a dinner at night meeting. Then we'd put our program, teach them how to feed cattle proper way for nutrition, and then how to give them inoculation for diseases. Most of the farmers had never given an inoculation, and they didn't know much about deworming cattle. Mm-hmm. So we would have a demonstration, and they would learn how to give inoculations. And they were afraid of needles, afraid it'd hurt that animal. So we got their confidence, and they started giving inoculations. There was one disease that was very prevalent, was blackleg. Another one was respiratory disease in cattle. And it worked in the lungs, and they would die. And so we started with prevention medicine. We had a veterinarian on call, and he would help us with our program, and we started off with him, and he was from the American Cyanamid Company, and he promoted their preventive medicine through the feed and the water of the animals. He didn't have to give them inoculation. But the inoculation was to give them some prevention against the respiratory diseases in cattle and some in horses. But that was very challenging, and we felt like that we were doing a real service to the farmers
So very rewarding.
at a low cost.